Someone packs up their gear, laces their boots, and sets out for an adventure they've dreamed about for years. The Appalachian Trail, over 2,000 miles of wilderness, stretching from Georgia all the way to Maine. For hikers, it's a dream. For some, it's the last journey they ever take. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people step onto that trail, but not all of them come back. Some vanish without a single trace. And what makes it even more unsettling is what's often left behind. Tents neatly pitched, food uneaten, phones and maps carefully packed, as if they planned to return, but never did. And that's where today's story begins. In the summer of 2019, a young couple from Pennsylvania, Alex and Jennifer Monroe, decided to hike a remote section of the Appalachian Trail in North Carolina. They were experienced hikers, comfortable with long treks and rough terrain. Alex was an outdoorsman at heart, always chasing that feeling of freedom in the wild. Jennifer was quieter, the planner of the two, keeping track of maps, schedules, and campsites. Their social media posts from those first few days were full of life. Smiles by waterfalls, sunsets over ridges, and short videos showing endless green valleys beneath them. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Until day 4. That's when everything changed. Their last post came on July 18th. A simple photo of Jennifer sitting on a rock overlooking a steep drop, captioned, "Feels like we're on top of the world." No one ever heard from them again. When they failed to return home, a search and rescue operation began. Rangers scoured miles of trail, helicopters scanned the tree canopy, and volunteers combed the woods. But there was no sign of Alex or Jennifer, no footprints, no discarded gear, no signs of struggle. The only thing they found was Jennifer's phone. It was discovered 3 days later, wedged between 2 rocks near a small creek just off the main trail. The device was damaged, but investigators managed to retrieve fragments of data. What they found was chilling. The last video Jennifer recorded was just 17 seconds long. The footage shows her breathing heavily, whispering Alex's name. The camera shakes as she pans the dense woods around her, and for a split second, less than half a second, a dark figure can be seen moving between the trees in the background. Then the video cuts off. Search teams push deeper into the forest, focusing on the area where the phone was found. That's when one ranger reported something he'll never forget. "We heard voices," he said, "not yelling, whispering, like 2 or 3 people, maybe more. But when we called out, everything went dead silent. No birds, no wind, just silence." Some believe Alex and Jennifer got lost, disoriented by the dense canopy and winding paths, but seasoned hikers argue that's unlikely. This wasn't their first time out there. Others think something far more sinister happened. The Appalachian Trail has a dark history few talk about openly. Over the years, there have been dozens of strange disappearances and unsolved deaths. Some hikers report hearing footsteps behind them, only to turn around and find nothing. Others speak of lights flickering deep in the forest at night, far from any campsites or cabins. Locals whisper about so-called silent zones, places where GPS, radios, and even compasses fail without explanation. But there's another theory. Just miles from where Alex and Jennifer disappeared, there are reports of an off-grid group living deep in the mountains. No one knows who they are, where they came from, or why they avoid contact with the outside world. Rangers have found makeshift camps, animal bones strung up in trees, and symbols carved into bark. Authorities deny any connection between these camps and the missing hikers. But off the record, some rangers admit they've encountered these groups before, and they're not friendly. Weeks turned into months. The official search ended. Their families begged for answers, but there were none. To this day, Alex and Jennifer Monroe remain missing. But here's where it gets stranger. In early 2021, another hiker, Matthew Carter, vanished just 15 miles from where Alex and Jennifer were last seen. When search teams went looking for him, they found something odd. A faded blue bandana tied to a tree, the exact same kind Jennifer was wearing in her last Instagram post. Was it a coincidence? Or was someone leaving a message? The Appalachian Trail holds secrets it doesn't want to give up. Too many stories like these end the same way, with no closure, no explanation, just questions that gnaw at the edges of your mind. If you ever decide to hike it, remember this. Once you step off the trail, even for a moment, you're no longer in control. And sometimes, the woods don't want you back. Thanks for watching. If you have a story that happened to you or someone you know, send it to us. Your story could be the next video. See you in the next video.